WTA Rankings Sabalenka's year at number 1, Gauff wins American number 1 battle, Rybakina ends on a high. The final sunrise of the tennis year casts its golden glow over a landscape reshaped by sweat, heartbreak, magic, and magnificent resilience. On the digital scoreboard of the Women's Tour, the numbers finally froze into place, rankings sealed, stories concluded, and a season's worth of truth laid bare. 3 women, each with her own engine of ambition, stood atop the narrative: Aryna Sabalenka, Coco Gauff, and Elena Rybakina. Their arcs were written in contrasting fonts, their destinies carved with the precision of forehands and the dynamism of footwork. It had been Aryna Sabalenka's year at number 1, but not without storms. That top-ranking position, coveted, questioned, challenged, had come with the weight of expectation heavier than her thunderous serve. Sabalenka didn't just hold the number 1 ranking, she roared into it. She built it match by match, surviving turbulence, and riding momentum with the kind of tenacity that makes opponents buckle under pressure. Her journey to year-end number 1 was not a glide through open fields, it was a climb. Each tournament felt less like a competition and more like an assertion of her identity. She fought off critics who whispered doubts after early season inconsistencies. She silenced those who thought her power lacked discipline, that her intensity overshadowed her finesse. But Sabalenka turned that intensity into artistry, learning to control the tempest inside her, transforming raw aggression into calibrated destruction. Her presence at the top of the rankings was like a crown forged from fire. A symbol of power. A declaration that she had earned her place not by accident but by force, strategy, and evolution. From the Australian hard courts to European clay to North American battles, Aryna showed that dominance is not just about big wins, it's about consistency, resilience, and the ability to rise even when the world expects you to fall. While Sabalenka carved her throne across continents, Coco Gauff was writing a distinctly American story, one soaked in promise, pressure, brilliance, and breakthrough. The battle for American number 1 had been a firestorm of expectations, especially as Jessica Pegula continued her meteoric rise. But Gauff fought her way to the top with grit that went beyond age, beyond hype, beyond narrative. At just 20 years old, Gauff's name flickered like a star over the U.S. tennis scene. Her summer surge, highlighted by victories that showcased precision beyond her years, became a reminder of her growing depth. It wasn't just her athleticism, it was the sharpened mind behind each point. Her rallies carried the explosive unpredictability of youth but the calculated patience of a seasoned tactician. Those two elements collided beautifully as she overtook Pegula, stamping her authority as the American number 1 and solidifying her status as the face of the next generation. She didn't ride on luck or momentum. She worked, endured, redefined her style, and embraced the pressure that once felt suffocating. In a season where doubters questioned her forehand, where critics dissected her serving mechanics, Gauff responded not with words but with limitless ambition. Every match became a message. She wasn't shaped by expectation, she was shaping expectation. By the season's close, she felt less like a rising star and more like a gravitational force pulling American tennis into a bold new era. Then there was Elena Rybakina, a quiet storm, a poet of precision, a player whose stillness carried the power to wreck champions. While Sabalenka dominated headlines and Gauff embodied the lightning of youth, Rybakina ended the year on a high with the elegance of someone who doesn't need noise to command attention. Her game had the fluid artistry of a dancer, long, fluid strides, effortless power, a serve that glided over the net with the majesty of a comet streaking through a twilight sky. Rybakina's strength was in her silence. That silence became her signature, her weapon, her identity. She didn't need theatrics or bravado. She simply stepped on the court and reduced chaos into calm execution. Her late-season resurgence came like a soft yet undeniable crescendo. Tournament after tournament, she reminded the world why she is one of the most dangerous players on tour, one who can dismantle top seeds with chilling efficiency. Her victories, collected with quiet purpose, served as reminders that the rankings list only tells part of the story. Her story was not in words but in the precision of her shot selection, the poise in her footwork, and the stoic determination behind her eyes. Rybakina's season didn't scream, it whispered. But the whispers carried weight. They were enough to send tremors across the tour as she stepped back into the spotlight, not dramatically, but undeniably, a champion whose high finish symbolized both closure and foreshadowing. She ended on a high not because she needed validation, but because her talent demands acknowledgement. Together, Sabalenka, Gauff, and Rybakina painted the WTA landscape with the colors of three distinct energies. Sabalenka, red thunder, fierce, explosive, untamed. Gauff, electric blue, youthful, sharp, evolving. Rybakina, ice gold, calm, precise, quietly authoritative. Their rankings didn't just tell a story of numbers, they told a story of contrast. Of personality. Of strategy. Of identity. As the season closed, they stood as symbols of the many ways greatness can be crafted, through fury, through growth, through grace. Sabalenka's year-end #1 finish became a testament to power tempered with discipline. Gauff's climb to American #1 became a case study in fearless evolution. Rybakina's high finish became proof that excellence doesn't always scream, sometimes it glows. 3 players. 3 paths. 1 unforgettable season. And as the calendar turned, the rankings froze, for now. But beneath those numbers, you could feel the rumble of battles yet to come, the simmering rivalries ready to ignite the next season, and the unspoken promise that tennis, like the women who play it, is always evolving. The stage had been set. The script had been written. But the story? That had only just begun.